Hey guys, so my name's Alex, and for the past few weeks I've been told to think about what kind of colleges and careers I would like to do in the future. 3 of each, and my top choice for colleges would have to be Central Michigan University. Now, I like Central Michigan University because they offer a couple majors that I am interested in. One is for English Literature, Language, and Writing, which I want to go into. And another one that I think about is theater, which I never really thought was a thing, like theater interpretation, like what? But I thought that was pretty cool. And I also really like that on campus they have bowling for $2 a person, which is literally the only sport you'll ever see me play. One of the things that I found out about the scholarships that they offer at Central Michigan University is that there are two. There's one for getting honors, which you need a 3.25 GPA or better, and there's also one for showing leadership. And I need to improve on some of those things, but I think it's a good goal to shoot for. Random fact, the scholarships are limited to the annual cost of attendance, which is quite a lot to a teenager, to be honest. But yeah, facts aside, Central Michigan University doesn't require a specific GPA to get in, but the average is 3.3, so you can't get in with a 2.5. And also that with the tuition cost, it's about $11,850 in total, with room and board equaling around $9,088. So yeah, that's quite a lot. The second college I'm considering going to is Hunter College, which is all the way in New York dance. And some of the majors they offer include teaching English courses and Chinese. Just Chinese. Is it teaching Chinese? Becoming Chinese? I don't really know, but I find it interesting, even if I never plan on even learning Chinese, I guess. At the college website that I looked at, I found that they have 2 available scholarships, which is one if you're interested in the fine arts area for those people that can write really good and draw amazingly. And there's also one for students with an academic record, with a really good academic record, who want to pursue the sciences, which was me literally a year ago. One of the things that I really enjoyed about this college is that they have a program for students who have kids who watch them while they're in the school, which I think is a good way to spread the kindness. As far as required information goes for Hunter College, you need a GPA of about 3.2. And tuition varies on the credit, but for out-of-state students, it would be $15,699, with room and board having varying fee and payment rates and all that jazz. As a side note, the third college I've been looking into is Harvard at Cambridge, Massachusetts. As I was looking through their website, however, I found out that some of the scholarships they offer include ones for being an international student, as well as for people who worked in public schools prior to admission, as a teacher or something, which I thought was interesting. Most importantly, I think, is that even though they don't have a required GPA, the averages are so high it's really hard to get accepted, but it doesn't mean I might not rise to the challenge one day. I think the biggest obstacle of going to Harvard would be the cost, as tuition is fairly expensive. In-state tuition is $43,280, with the room and board being $17,500. And out-of-state, which is what I'd be paying, for tuition is $45,278. That might be a little hard, but I can always dream. Four things that I like about writing as an author are that it's a lot of independent work, and it deals with writing, which I love, and I'm particularly drawn towards the fact that writing can change a person's life, and I will take that belief with me to the grave on the day that I die. And the other thing that I fancy about becoming an author is that it requires me to be very observant of my surroundings, so I can get details right. And one day I can maybe use that information to, save the planet from a zombie invasion or something. I don't know. The second career I'm looking into is probably the one that I'm going to accomplish and get into first, because writing a novel takes, literally forever. And I actually want to become a teacher, because not only is it practical, but I always think I've been a good teacher to people. I mean, at least I hope so. Going back to my strengths from the Strengths Quest test, my second one was adaptability, and I think that's important for anyone, teachers specifically, for if they have to, adjust lesson plans and things like that. 4 things I like about this career, though, go in the following order. Number 1, I would get to work with kids and teens and maybe be an inspiration. Number 2, I get to teach and share what I love, which is English. Number 3, it requires minimal exercise. Finally, number 4, I've always been interested in what school would be like from the point of view of the teachers and staff, and I honestly can't wait to experience that firsthand. The last career I've been looking into is video editing, which is different than the ones we talked about before. I don't know why, really. I just love editing videos, I guess. It matches my Strengths Quest results because based on it, I'm a learner. And basically everything I do is based around learning. And I'm always trying to improve any skill that I have. I mean, seriously. 4 things that I really like about video editing are 1, that I love it in general, and 2, it's a lot of independent work. I mean, you always see me alone, just sitting in the corner, doing something really random. But and also I like video editing because it's sometimes involves famous people, though I don't know if I'll get there, to be honest. And lastly, there's a lot of computer operation that's involved with video editing, and I'm always on the computer, so why not? Some of the additional questions that I was asked, and I put on my glasses to seem smarter, but some of the additional questions I was asked were what I needed to do in the next few years to become better prepared for college, and also what resources I could take advantage of to accomplish these things. My answers for that would be, for 1, for me personally, besides keeping my good grades, I really think I should learn new study habits, or in my case, create some, and maybe form more relationships to get more connections with people I've never met before, and maybe even visit a college or 2 that are different than the ones I've already been to. As far as resources go, there's online resources, people I know in college, like my sister, and tons of others that would take a million years to list. There you go! That's what I've been thinking about these past 3 weeks, and I hope you've enjoyed.